think it's really sad, but to have a true solution at some point, we need a social political solution for what's going on. And I was curious, I know there's been many failed attempts of dialogue. What is happening right now as for to create a political solution? Does any of you know?
Well, I'm actually standing opposite our ambassador to Yemen. But he can highlight some of the things that have been going on, maybe when you have a chance to speak now. Yeah? Okay. So I think how we stand in the So yeah, we will.
Eerst gaan we're going there, because you had a question too?
Yeah, I was just wondering, you said a lot of governments said they would pay for the program, right? Do you know if the Dutch upheld their agreement?
Yes, they did. Yes, very much so. No, and also the DRA, we started with a much smaller amount, but as soon as the famine, like the threat of the famine came, we had a top-up that was more than the original amount. So no, definitely the Dutch government upheld their end of the bargain more than expected. So yes.
Jolien, you were talking about the fact that you need stamps to go to a place to hand out help, to give help, but aren't you then vulnerable to blackmail? If so, what do you do against it?
Yeah, so our big boss in the Netherlands here is laughing about that. No, so the thing is, bribery, the blackmail is of course a very real issue and a very real threat. And sometimes it's easier to maybe not ask too many questions if I'm being really practical here. But of course, we do not pay bribes, as I'm also supposed to say, but I honestly believe we're not paying bribes. But no, but it's difficult, and especially when you have to deal with government officials who haven't been paid and who cannot buy medicine with their food vouchers, and who cannot even buy all the food they need with the food vouchers they're receiving. So it's really tricky. So one of the I think very innovative solutions we have found is, as INGOs, we've all made a deal to pay the salaries of key government officials. So for MOPIC, we've made so the Ministry of Planning and International Cooperation. So there's now and we're talking also with the donors to really push for that the salaries are starting to be paid again, that the talks continue. So yeah, so we are, trying to.
You mean Sana'a only?
It's in Sana'a. I'm not sure about MOPIC, because I think in Aden there was maybe a little bit more payment of the salaries, but you might know a little bit more.
The salaries in the areas under the government are paid. But still we have problem with Houthis for the less of employees in the north. It is more about the list of employees, especially after they are now controlling Sana'a. There was a lot of adding more people, not being part of the payment list, and that was one of the main problems now between the government and between Houthi militia.
Yeah, and I think it's worth also pointing one thing, is that as international organizations, humanitarian organizations, we do our part, like our due diligence, and to make sure that aid provided is actually going to the intended beneficiaries, that it's not diverted to places or individuals that are not supposed to receive that payment of money. And after all, we're accountable to the donor, to the taxpayers, so we do our due diligence, but we also understand at the same time all the difficulties and complexities associated with working in such a difficult and complex environment. So I just wanted to add that.
We hebben tijd voor 2 vragen en op het eind is er nog gelegenheid om vragen te stellen.
No, I don't know. I'm looking for you.
Well, it's maybe for you a simple answer or a simple question, but I always wonder. I'm involved in the Syria crisis from the DRA, and what I see is that many Syrians flee the country and are abroad. I don't hear that so much about Yemen, and I wonder what's the reason for that.